So let's see what Envy can do with the drum loop. Let's sample it, and we're going to try and apply that to some stereo pink noise. Let's just use default settings and see what we get. That's kind of interesting already. So let's undo that, and we'll crank up the ceiling, pull down the smoothing to get a nice tight match around the envelope of the beat. Nice. Okay, let's render it a second time. And a third. Why not go for a fourth? Okay, let's get crazy with some pitch. So what if we play around with the settings on the spectral envelope module? And the high and low pass pre-filters. How about applying this beat to some other instruments? For example, the synth part. Could be interesting. How about our theremin? Let's try with a crazy pitch bend on it. Let's hit that bass line as well, but with the same shape inverted. Here's an example where we kind of do things backwards. Here's our beat. And here's a flat pad. But rather than apply the beat shape onto the pad, let's do it the other way around. Let's just go default settings, sample the pad, let's make a copy and apply that to the beat. So here's what we get. So the result is a kind of crazy pumpy compression, which is really interesting. But what happens if we want to flip it around and go the other way? Apply the shape of the beat onto the pad. Very nice, but I wonder what else we can do with this pad. Let's try softening the release time and the attack time and see if we can get a more mellow shape. Strange and wonderful. How about positive pitch of plus 24 in bad pitch mode? Let's analyze that beat once again and render it. What about if we analyze the beat with the pitch detection turned on? Just to see what kind of crazy results we can get. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Let's shift it up and then reduce its range a fair bit and have a listen. crazy. Let's try that in rhythmic mode. Let's try it with the pitch back in its original place. So here's an example of where the detected pitch envelope is completely incorrect, but because it's following real events in the source audio, it plays in sync, and it does actually give a really interesting and useful result.